gentlemen, here we are.
All right. We got Millennium Stephano as our pink Zerg on the right-hand side of Shattered Temple. Score is 1-0. Currently 1-0 for Revival, and Revival will be our blue Zerg on the left-hand side. Both players scouting close position. They will miss one another. Close by air, I mean.
Close by air, yeah.
They probably know that there is no close spawn.
Yeah, immediately as soon as they check the 6 and the 12, they're going to realize it's a cross spawn game. And that may mean we're going to have another macro ZVZ. I think both of them will probably go for 15 hatch again. Well, actually, in the last game, we only had Revival go for 15 hatch. But I think this game, both players might go for 15 hatch. That's my prediction.
It's definitely possible. I feel like Shattered Temple, one of those maps where it's just much easier to hold the 15 hatch on, just because your natural's super tight. You can block it off, and then you also have the ramp.
The ramp
queen.
is inverted into the natural rather than just straight out into the open field.
I agree.
Makes it more safer as well.
I totally agree.
Yeah. Well, we do have a quick drone coming out here for Stephano, so looks like he wants to really check to see if Revival's going to be opening up with an earlier pull than him, and this is the reason why Zerg players pull off a drone right away. They want to check for early cheese or early aggression, and Stephano is going to see the gas on 14 and the pull on 13.
I wonder what his response is going to be here.
That's a pretty early pull. That's
He's
earlier
probably going
than
to drop
usual.
down a pull himself. He does have the drone on the way to the natural. He's going to finish.
I think he's still gonna go for the hatch, dude.
Oh man,
Yeah.
That's a really early pull though from Revival.
It's not. I mean, it's not like a 10 pull or anything. It wasn't like uber early, but it was earlier than like a 14 gas, 14 pull. So
yeah,
we're gonna see some aggression from Revival, and
Stephano should be able to hold it.
I think Stephano will be able to hold it. I want to see if he's going to go for Lings or if he's going to go right into Roaches. He may have to produce Lings in lieu of Roaches because he might not have enough time to get the Roach one out.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's going to have to make enough Lings at least to hold off the early aggression, and then maybe get a Spine Crawler up and then perhaps transition into Roaches from there.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
No speed yet because he doesn't have enough minerals, and that's because he opened up with the pull on 13 rather than on 14. But now he's going to get that speed going. And how many Lings in production? 8 Lings in production. Wow. How did he make that many Lings? All right, well, he's got 8 Lings in production. All of his larvae now going into Zerglings, and he's continuing to make Zerglings with the Queen on the way, so he really wants to punish this 15 hatchery. Finally getting in here with a scout. He's going to see the hatchery, and he knows exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah, he does indeed, and he is headed
Still
straight
making
over
Lings.
there.
Wow. Do you think
Stephano has 8 Lings on the way, and he has 2 Queens as well, so I think he'll be able to hold on here. It's going to be close, though.
Yeah, it's going to come down to the micro, man.
He's going to start picking away at the natural here, and those Lings are going to spawn directly into all of Revival's Lings, so he should be able to kill those real quick.
Nope, he's able to pull one away. That's pretty huge, and he gets 2 crawlers down at the front door. That is actually really important to get those crawlers up immediately, but those crawlers are still in the birthing stage. They're very vulnerable to Ling surrounds, and it looks like Stephano, birthing stage. It's the first trimester of the spine crawler, all right?
I love it.
And Revival's the guy who's trying to go in with the abortion.
The gestating phase.
Yes.
Ugh, man.
That is it right there.
It's pretty gross.
Well, I think Stephano's going to hold, man.
Yeah.
I really like 15 hatch on this map for this very sole reason.
He's also spreading out all of his Lings just in case some Banelings come in. And Revival expanding behind this and also droning behind this.
He needs to catch up.
I don't know if he's eked out an advantage just yet. Let's look at the income tab and see where we're at. He has actually eked out a bit of a Harvester advantage. 20-16 right now, but Stephano droning up hard, and now that he has those 2 spine crawlers, he's going to feel pretty secure for a little while here.
Stephano's going to be able to pull ahead because of the earlier hatchery over time. Look, now he's at 23 over 21. That extra hatchery of production is so huge. The extra mineral patches is big as well. But it looks like Revival's going for a Baneling nest, so he may opt to keep up the aggression despite the double crawler, and despite it being his own Lost Temple, Shatter Temple. I think he's going to go for a Ling bling additional aggression.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. Only Ling's out right now for Stephano. He hasn't shown any tech.
He needs a Roach for it. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten one yet.
Yeah, he hasn't been mining very much gas at all. He's on 1 geyser and he stopped for a while and then restarted a little bit ago. So
he has a lot of gas banked, but no Roach Horn coming out yet. That's kind of interesting to me. Now, oh, he just now got speed. I thought he had speed way longer ago. That's why he doesn't have a Roach Horn, because he doesn't even have his speed upgrade yet.
So a little bit behind on tech. It looks like for Stephano. He's also got 500 minerals saved up. 600. Not really sure what he's saving for.
That's really
He has a
weird.
lot of larvae as well.
What is he doing? And a Baneling nest of his own and 8 drones on the way as well. No Roach Horn coming down for Stephano. So Stephano wants to play the Ling Bling War and hopes that his eco advantage is going to be able to win him the day.
Yeah, his money's getting really high, though. He's back up to 500 again. And at this stage in the game, we're only at the 8-minute mark right now.
Yeah.
You got to be spending all that. And 14 Lings on the way, so I guess he wants to do some pressure here. Potentially punish Revival for this early layer and taking all of his gas.
There is an early layer and a gas coming up, so...
His 3 gas. He just took all of his gas.
Oh, Revival could be going for Mutas. It almost certainly looks like Mutas, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So, Stephano is going to have to try to punish him before those Mutas come out.
And it looks like that's just what he's thinking about doing here. He's produced a ton of Lings, 18 more on the way. Speed is going to finish. He's going to go around here, but he will get spotted by that Overlord. Oh, no, he's actually just going to go straight through the middle.
Yeah, and
only showing
Revival.
some of his Lings.
Yeah, that's huge. That's so smart.
Yeah, it's really smart. And here comes the rest of the pack. They're going to head straight through mid here. Did they get spotted? I don't know.
I don't know. It's just barely out of the corner of that Overlord. A Spire is now coming up for Revival. And Stephano coming in here before the Spire even has gotten into the second trimester. Is Stephano going to be able to get in here and avoid the Banelings? That's a lot of Banelings, and this is really hard to do.
Oh, my God.
That's a lot of Banelings he's making.
He's making a ton of Banelings here. The Spire is only at about 15-20% right now.
Oh!
Banelings headed in right now.
Oh, a lot of those
my
Banelings
God.
are weakened.
Oh, my God.
So cost effective for Revival right now.
Yeah. Revival is doing a great job. This is going to be so difficult for Stephano to break through here. Morphing additional Banelings now.
Yeah.
Man, he lost a lot right there, though.
He lost a lot of time, too. I mean,
Yeah.
all this time Revival's doing is just buying for his Spire to come up, and he's saving up enough gas. I think, look, he's not overproducing his gas.
Oh,
He
God.
knows Mutas are going to be huge.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Huge Baneling hits.
Stephano just lost a bunch of blings.
Yeah, this is terrible for him. Right now, Revival is supply blocked. It looks like Stephano did kill one of his Overlords. He needs to get rid of these Banelings. If he can get rid of the Banelings, he has the potential to get in there and do some damage, but...
The micro is so sick from Revival, man.
Yeah, he's way, way on top of things right now. Stephano is not able to get anything done with this pressure. And Revival will hold on. He's got 13 Roaches on the way as well, and he didn't really lose anything.
I'm surprised he made so many Roaches. Actually, he has so much banked up he can make Roaches and Mutas right now. Is there any Spore Crawlers coming up for Stephano? He has Evo Chambers on the way, so he will have +1/+1, but no Spores quite yet. He has about 2 Queens on the map, so he might have enough anti-air for Mutas, but you know what? It doesn't look like Revival's going to go for Mutas. I think he's just going to go for pure Roaches now.
Yeah, it looks like that's actually what he's going to do. He should use the Spire
There
a little
it is,
bit.
7 Mutas.
Okay, there we go, yeah. He should at least get enough Mutas to take map control and harass.
Kill Overlords.
Kill Overlords, yeah. I mean, he can take full map control. He can start harassing. He can try and deny the third.
Yep,
He has a lot of things that he can do with the Mutas. And then from there, it's really up to him what he wants to do. He can just mass Roaches. He could get Infestors.
Yeah, I mean, why not? He already invested into the Spire. You know, might as well make some Mutas. And he has 7 on the way. So here are the 7 Mutalisks, not revealing themselves quite yet. A couple Lings running down. They may catch one of the Mutas. Not quite. There it is, the Overlord for Stephano. Now sees the Mutas. Is he going to be making Evo Chambers in the background? No, he's got 2 more Queens on the way. And I guess Stephano thinks he's got enough Queens to hold this off, but I don't know. Now the Spore Crawler is coming down a little late, though, and Stephano's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's going to lose a lot of drones here. He's going to have to pull everything off the line. Queens headed in from the natural. It looks like he's just going to go for the counter all in here, or at least setting up to do so. None of the Spore Crawlers get up.
That's huge.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Stephano's going to relinquish control over his main over to the enemy Zerg completely. He has no air control now, and it looks like you're right. He's just going to go for the all-in attack with Roaches and Lings. Does he have enough?
No more Banelings for Revival, though, and I think he might have enough here.
There are a couple Banelings back there. Revival has 3 Banelings, but he's not paying attention. Now the Banelings coming in, exploding over a couple of Lings. Not really the most cost-effective, but these 3 Crawlers in the back doing work. And meanwhile, the Mutas, it looks like they are going to be deflected. The Spore Crawlers coming up in the nick of time. And there is Revival. He has to pull away.
Oh, wow. And the Roaches do make their way through towards the third. He's going to be able to start working that
Oh,
down.
and he has
does
burrow.
have burrow.
That's huge.
Man, this
Revival,
is a close one.
I know he's behind in supply by about 40 or 30, but I think he can beat out Revival right now because he's got all these roaches inside the third. If he can deny this third, that will be a huge boon for him, even though he's behind in supply, and it looks like he's going to kill that hatchery.
Revival is on his way over to Stephano's base, though. Does Stephano have enough to hold here? I don't know. That's a lot of roaches.
That is a lot of roaches. He has crawler support, though. Is he going to be able to defend here? This is going to be absolutely crucial. The mutas need to be used as well, and the mutas coming in right now at the last second. Meanwhile, roaches coming down from that third, going into the natural to harass more, and what a close ZVZ we have.
I think Stephano's going to be able to hold here, and if he does, I think he's going to win the game. He's doing a ton of damage over at the natural, and wow, what a huge comeback here for Stephano. He was down by 50 supply at one point. He's now managed to equalize things and, killed all of the drones at the natural here. He killed the third, and it was a sick play with the burrow, man.
Not to mention that the roaches for Stephano also have +1/+1, whereas Revival doesn't, and that made a huge difference as well. A couple roaches going underground there, but the Overseer comes in, bloop, 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 sees those roaches, gonna take him out. And Stephano, I mean, he pulled himself back up out of the pit of hell, man. He was about to lose this game, and what a comeback.
The grimy pit of hell.
Grimy pit of hell almost went out.
He has brought himself back to reality.
Oh, no.
And he's in this game 100%. Yep. Mutas are out, but...
I mean, the thing is, Stephano's got the third. He's got a gold expansion, whereas Revival only has 2.
He needs to get some spore crawlers up at the third.
Yeah, he needs...
Mutas on their way over there right now.
A couple of mutas. I think a couple queens can handle that. In fact, wow, Stephano has no queens on the map at all. That's going to hinder his production pretty badly. And of course, he has no anti-air, so a couple of drones now going into extraction mode to stay alive. Queen pops out. It is most likely going to get
running
burrowed.
Spores over there.
And he's burrowed his queen for protection as well. I like it.
Love it.
Yep.
Stephano's getting pretty cute, man.
Stephano's using everything in his power to stay alive right now. He is still behind in supply despite pulling ahead in hatcheries, and he is going to go over to the top here for a counterattack, but the mutas have been called back.
They're going to try and deal with these roaches here that are breaking the rocks at the third. Revival obviously has a heads up on this with all of his overlords. He's in a defensive posture over the third, and he does have his mutas there, so it's going to force Stephano back.
I really like the push by Stephano because it just kind of pulled the mutas away, gave him time to establish security over the third. Anytime in ZVZ where you have no mutas and your opponent has mutas, your roaches are useless sitting in your main and your natural. So you might as well move out with them, force the mutas to pull back.
Still up on supply.
Do whatever you can, yeah. And Revival's still up on supply. So Revival, I think over time Stephano's going to pull ahead, but right now Revival has the advantage despite taking so much damage.
I'm surprised we haven't seen a quick third or quick infestors from either player in any of these games.
Yeah, that's
no infestors.
Good point, dude.
It's weird, man. The Koreans just don't use infestors in any matchup. I don't understand it.
They like to go mutas more. I don't know.
I mean, they just really don't use them until very specific super late game situations, and I'm not sure what the difference is. I don't know where the meta game shift is. I don't know if we're behind, if they're ahead. But they just
Let's
don't
just
use
say they're
them.
ahead.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's curious, though, because honestly, logically, it just makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever why they don't use infestors.
Yeah, a couple of fungal growths would be...
they are amazing.
Yeah, a couple of fungal growths would just be the game changer.
Yeah.
And I really am curious why neither player has gone for infestors just like you are. But the thing that Stephano has been doing really well is he's gotten a lot of upgrades on his roaches. His roaches have some serious upgrades. They're +1/+1. They're about to get 2 weapons.
+2/+2 is on the way for Revival.
Revival's been keeping up, so he's caught up. He's going to get a lot more upgrades as well. And we actually have a game that has settled down into a bit of stability.
Macro phase, sort of.
Macro phase ZVZ, but Stephano looking to be a little bit more harassing with the roaches coming into the top.
Both players almost maxed here. He is sending roaches into the third. He's pulling all of Revival's roaches up towards that third. Now he's going to come into the natural and get a beautiful surround here.
Oh my god, Revival needs to attack, and there he goes. So both players just attacking mass roach on mass roach.
This battle is going to take so long that I think it's going to buy enough time for the third to get sniped. There it goes. And he's going to get out of there and save those roaches. Beautiful moves from Stephano.
Yeah.
And once again, Revival is back down to 2 base. Stephano's holding on to the gold. He can remax. And he's sitting pretty.
What a snipe by Stephano. I mean, that was really, really smart play. Move in with your main army and distract the Zerg player, and then move in with like 5 or 8 roaches and kill off the hatchery. And he did it really well, and he's going to continue to keep that hatchery advantage over Revival. And over time, Revival is going to get starved out, and I think Stephano is going to pull out ahead. Unbelievable.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I think he will come out ahead here. A ton of roaches, remaxed instantly. The Muta's still holding control over the middle of the map. They are being ever so annoying at that Zelnaga. But look at all the roaches here from Stephano. Is he just going to attack move? He could get flanked here. If he engages the one side first, oh my god, Revival making a huge mistake. He's going to lose about a third of his roaches right there.
He burrows them to keep him safe, and now, oh my, this is
Stephano just has so many, man.
Yeah, this is just a complete crushing of Revival's roaches. Even with the Mutas in play, I don't think the Mutas are going to be able to kill off the roaches in time.
No, they make absolutely
they don't even dent the armor of Stephano's roaches, and Stephano is just going to go ahead and waltz into the natural. He can snipe off the hatchery at the nat as well, or go for the roach horn, which is a big blow as well.
Yeah.
And Stephano is poised to take this game.
Yeah, absolutely. He is in such a good position right now. He's going to clean up everything here at the natural. Revival trying to burrow and unburrow, just doing anything that he can. Now he's going to unburrow again, displace some of those roaches. That's about all that's going to happen as they just come up into a hail of acid.
And God, those Mutas take forever to kill a roach.
Yeah, they do.
There's a GG.
Hurt roaches. It's ridiculous.